Let's go to South Africa. I'm told that Ben Alaya is waiting now, so we are through to Ben. That's the media officer of the Super Eagles, is joining us live from Cape Town. So let's quickly go to Ben. Ben, thank you for joining us on Sports Tonight.
Thank you. Good evening to you, Victor, and good evening to Nadia and all the listeners out there.
Yes, we are all happy. We are happy to hear your voice, Ben, and thank you for joining us on the show tonight. What exactly is going on in the camp of the Eagles? Sunday's game, I beg your pardon, Ben. Sunday's game, how crucial is that game to the Eagles?
Hello?
Yeah, Ben.
Can you hear me? Yes.
How crucial is Sunday's game to the Super Eagles?
I would know that, you know as much as I do that it's a must-win game for the national team of Nigeria, the Super Eagles, and we'll be preparing. As I speak with you, the players just had dinner, and they are preparing to go to bed. Some of them go to see the physio and the medical doctor. If you need a massage, you need 1 or 2 complaints. That's what they are doing at the moment, and then you go to bed at about 10:30, 11 o'clock South African time, which is around 10:30, 9:30, 10 o'clock. Everything is so far going well, apart from the few knocks that we have. Of course, you know that Hilary Paul, Kenya is not going to play because of his injury that he picked up against the Malians in our first game. But Benjamin Francis has been up and running. Same for Ubona Uzochukwu. He's doing well. He trained fully this evening alongside his mates, and everything so far is looking rosy for Nigeria. We pray that luck will be on our side when we tackle the Bafana on Sunday.
But Ben, that's a crucial game for us. A lot of people here, I mean, it's good news. Thank you for the good news that you've broken to us, that Benjamin Francis is training, Uzochukwu is training, only Ikena Paul is likely going to be missing from that game. But our worry in Nigeria, let's start with officiating in that game. We saw South Africa against Mali. We saw what would have been a red card to Itumeleng early in that game and a penalty to Mali not given. Are you also looking at the possibility that we'll be playing against South Africa, the crowd, and the referee on Sunday?
Well, we hope for fair officiating. We're not hoping that we'll play particularly against the referee. We believe that CAF will give us a referee that will look fairly. However, we are used to the vuvuzelas, we are used to the fans. We've been here a couple of times. We know that the fans will come out in their numbers. We hear that their president, Jacob Zuma, is coming. We hear that all manner of top government officials are coming for the game. It's like a World Cup final for them because they are playing the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I think psychologically the team of Nigeria is better than the one that faced Mali. The thinking now is that we can go out there and hold our own. And the psychologists, Big Boss Stephen Keshi, they've been talking to the boys, and I can assure you that on Sunday we'll see something good out of that game. We will pray that officiating will be very fair, and they will not be intimidated by the crowd and the vuvuzelas that we hope to see on Sunday.
Before I allow you to go, Ben, let's talk about the captain of the team and the first choice goalkeeper, Chigozie Agbim. 2 games, Chigozie hasn't really covered himself in glory. And I'm sure that everybody should be worried, including Coach Stephen Keshi and the backroom staff, including you, Ben. What exactly is happening to Chigozie, and how is he being prepared for Sunday's crucial encounter?
Well, you know that we have a very fantastic goalkeeper trainer in the person of Keshi, who himself is in his days was a very established and very, very good goalkeeper. He's been working on the 3 goalkeepers, and like I did say earlier, when we had the conversation, every department that is having 1 or 2 challenges is being handled or being taken notes of by the technical crew, including the goalkeeping area. Chigozie is psychologically prepared. I thought him this evening was sharper than he was, and he has said any goalkeeper every goalkeeper can make mistakes. He has regretted his mistake, and he's hoping he will make up for it. Of course, you know that we have 2 other very, very good goalkeepers in camp, in person of Daniel Apeyi and of course junior international Dele Alampas, who are raring to go in case they are called upon. So I don't think I think that the technical crew knows who best to pick depending on current form and the experience of the players in camp.
Well, Ben, before we allow you to go, I'm reading this from Twitter. Chigozie Agbim asked, you told us the story, asked that Nigerians should forgive him for his mistakes in the game against Mali and Mozambique. And somebody on Twitter says, we will only forgive him if he keeps a clean sheet against Bafana and we go on to win the CHAN. Will you pass that message across to Chigozie Agbim?
I will. I can go to his room now and tell him.
Okay, that Nigerians say keep a clean sheet.
I'll pass it across to him.
Pass it across to him, Ben, on our behalf. And our greetings to the coach, Stephen Keshi, and every other person. We wish you the best on Sunday.
Okay, the sincere regards to thanks for all the support. God bless you.
Thank you, Ben. So that's we've been speaking to the media officer of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, Ben Alaya, and he's giving us some insight into what will be happening in the camp, the mood in camp, and he says, South African president, that's what they hear. South African president, the sports minister, everybody that is anybody are planning to be at the stadium to cheer Bafana to victory on Sunday. Well, all right, guys. Does it make it any difficult? Or doesn't make it doesn't make it less difficult?
I feel comfortable playing South Africa.
With everybody, president, Zuma, minister.
So does that tell you that they are playing how they see this match now?
Do you think that is it the first time that they are bringing the?
No, I'm just saying because yesterday the program we were saying that maybe this is the CHAN Eagles, not the Super Eagles. Does this show you how seriously they take this game? It is any opportunity to beat Nigeria
that they want.
They will take. Whether you line up under 15 boys, whether you line up CHAN players or you bring players from the moon, they will take. And that is exactly what is going to happen. First, let's do a quick overview of this tournament. For me, the major surprise has been Ethiopia. I thought this should have been a good sure bet.
Coming with the bulk of the team that almost
qualified, but they didn't do as well. So for me, it's a major disappointment.
I don't know.
It's a tough call. It's a tough call. They did have a long year, but
they didn't even look like the Ethiopia team that we saw at the Nations Cup early last year.
They didn't.
And that almost worried us. They didn't look like the side at all.
It's a higher stake. It's a higher level.
But the World Cup qualifier, we saw what they did in Nations Cup. They didn't look like the side at all.
No, that's what we're talking about. Sometimes you have teams who Ethiopia is not the only country. We have Congo, majority, even South Africa. Majority of their players play in the domestic. So it doesn't translate from one level to the other. Afterwards, we had how many players do we have in our national team, but we are still charging on. So it doesn't translate. Maybe probably they are not getting it at this time. Maybe this is more or less I think they met their match.
Okay, let's go on. Once again, just emphasize that we wish the CHAN Eagles all the best of luck. By the time we are back on Monday, I hope and I pray that we'll still have a lot of positives to talk about. Dumnodi, Cups are getting ready for the new season. We talked about the Ijebu Ode Gold Cup yesterday. What's the update today?
Well, Prime lost 2-0 to FCABD. 2-0, while the second game, Crown and Sunshine played at a goalless draw earlier. That was the first game. So tomorrow there's going to be the last round of games.
These are the results for today.
Tomorrow
Prime losing, and then the other game ended in a draw. Prime losing to FCABD. Tomorrow, Prime will be taking on Crown, while FCABD will be taking on Sunshine Stars.
It's going to be
tomorrow is the last day.
It's going to be aired simultaneously. Training pitch A of the Tipo Dino Stadium. Then the other game is going to be training pitch B of the stadium. So two games are going to be played simultaneously because it's in round robin. So who tops the table eventually wins the tournament. The Ijebu Ode Gold Cup.
All right. So from the Ijebu Ode Gold Cup, that's the friendly that is taking place in Ijebu Ode. Let's tell you that today in Ogun State there was a friendly. Gateway and Enyimba. We just got information now. Played out a 1-1 draw. Gateway, of course, preparing for the National League starting next weekend. Enyimba preparing for the pre-season tournament in Abuja. They played out a 1-1 draw at the MK Abiola Stadium. That's some good news for Gateway. A team like Enyimba going to the CAF Champions League. Yeah, Enrique is the coach of Gateway. Enyimba also have the new coach Zakari Balaji as well. Let's come to Lagos. There's a tournament in Lagos, a pre-season tournament in Lagos as well. Dumnodi, Multisports Preseason tournament
And of course,
of 2 groups, 8 teams.
8 teams of 2 groups. And we have Sharks in the Group A, Sharks, Nembe City.
Sharks in the Globe
Yobo
Premier League,
Academy.
Nembe in the Globe Premier League, Yobo Academy, a grassroots club owned by Joseph Yobo.
Yeah, and Multisport, the host of the
They
preseason
are going to be
tournament.
competing in Group A.
In Group A, in Group B, where we have some wonderful clubs. We have Dolphins, Warriors, Remo Stars, and My People FC. My People FC is owned by Church.
Owned by TB Joshua. TB Joshua. And he produced
Emmanuel
Sani.
Sani. We're picked from this club. So the fixtures for tomorrow, we have Yobo will be taking on Multisport. Remo will be taking on My People FC. Sharks against Nembe City. Warriors against Dolphins of Port Harcourt. That's for tomorrow. That's match day 1. The match day 2 is on Sunday. Games will be played on match day 2. So we're going to see the pictures for match day 2. We have Nembe against Yobo. We have Dolphins against Remo Stars. My People FC against Warriors. And the last game is going to be Multisport FC and Sharks FC.
Where is this taking place?
Agege Stadium tomorrow.
9 a.m. From 9 a.m.
to 4.
So it's a full day. A full day of football. So for those around Agege, please, you will be able to see Warri Wolves, Dolphins, some of the teams.
They're already in Lagos.
They're already in Lagos for this tournament. And Dolphins won it last year. Their coach says they want to come to win it again. So I'm happy that the culture of pre-season maybe starting off slowly. I'm sure it will get bigger and bigger and bigger, and we'll be able to become, once we have a structure and a date to our games, it will even get a lot better. All right, let's go quickly with a few comments on Twitter before we go on break. Abiodun Jato at Jat Bio says anybody that contests against Blatter should be ready to face the same fate that befell Mohammed bin Hammam. That's what he says. Anybody ready to face Blatter, be ready for a dirty fight. Your secrets, I don't want to say dirty past, your secrets will be dug up, put in public eye, and maybe a ban. Live ban. Ahmad is under live ban now, or what?
Live ban. Yeah.
Is it live ban? Under live ban. All right. So that's what you get when you want to challenge Sepp Blatter. Dikin Obu at Delta for Lima says, I don't know why people don't like to quit position of power easily. Anybody that win that position will do better than Blatter. He doesn't know why people don't want to leave position easily.
We always call this an African problem, but obviously it transcends borders, it transcends race, because but someone like Blatter believes he still has plenty to offer.
He says he's not tired.
There is nothing that stops.
He's done so much for football.
Yeah, there's nothing that stops him from recontesting, but there are plenty of people who disagree. Who believes that FIFA should now take a different direction in terms of developing the game. It is now left for those people to bring those the ideas to the table, challenge Blatter, and get a place at the top of FIFA. So there's nothing wrong with Blatter wanting to contest on the surface, but personally I think it's time for him to go.
Joseph Dunku, our very good friend who watches us regularly from Trinidad and Tobago, says Blatter and FIFA are a wonderful pair. No one will be able to offer him any resistance next year, and he knows it. That's coming from Joseph Dunku, our good friend who watches us regularly from Trinidad and Tobago. Kevin Amata, also a regular on the show, says a Blatter presidency will not favor Africa. It would be nice to have Jerome. I'm sure he's talking about Jerome Champagne, who is a friend of Nigeria, as FIFA president.
Blatter is also a friend of Africa.
Friend of Nigeria?
Friend of Nigeria, friend of Africa? Well, I don't know too much about it.
After they really slapped him in Lagos?
United Force Son at MM_Garba says Echejile's move to Monaco is a good one. Remember, Evra will soon be on his way there. So
all that is still speculation.
Echejile is a done deal. Yeah. And you saw the picture yourself. Pictures don't lie. It's a done deal.
So if they have Echejile, maybe they might just change their mind about Evra.
Echejile is World Cup banned. Even though Evra too is World Cup banned, but Echejile is sure for the World Cup.
All right. I think it's time for us to go on a quick break now. We still have a lot of your comments on Twitter to read, but our time is running out. Let's go on a quick break. This time we're switching. Let's take you to Melbourne. Top stars are burning out in Melbourne, but the top seeds are still trudging on. Let's bring you some highlights. Novak Djokovic, the defending champion, is still going strong. We'll bring you highlights from Australia Open. We'll come back, talk about it, and then talk about the big game in England this weekend. United visiting Stamford Bridge to meet Chelsea. What are the possibilities? Talk to us about that as well.